Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time car show, coming to you live today from the monthly Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Texas. We got plenty of today's cruisers that'll tell you all about their cars. It's always fun. We need more. Jeff will review a Brinks armored truck. Yeah. Now, who doesn't want that? Conrad has the racing calendar this hour, and the car clinic will also have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. It's all just ahead on today's In Wheel Time car show. Howdy. Along with Beetlejuice, King Conrad DeLong, we need more Jeff Dziekan and the fabulous David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong.
The mayor from Chicago's here, Beetlejuice.
This segment of In Wheel Time is sponsored by Garages of Texas, luxury garage suites. Put a roof over your ride. So glad you could join us. I don't think that we could have ordered up a prettier day than today. I think that the current temperature is in the 60s. And there's a few wispy clouds in the air, but there's also a vibe of fall, Halloween, getting ready to get into Christmas. Yeah.
Yep.
All of that.
on.
And Lena Hidalgo says everybody should be wearing a mask.
Who?
Lena Hidalgo.
Who? We don't know who the
Lena
hell
the
that
Destroyer.
Is. Mm-hmm. She and AOC ought to get together.
On an airplane. Headed out into the Pacific somewhere.
Yeah.
Going somewhere? On the
Scissors.
highway to... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, scissors.
That's it. We are so glad that you could join us today. It is a pleasure to have you with us. This is our monthly actual little visit out here.
Soiree.
And by the way, in case you're sitting at home wondering whether you should bring your car, bring your car.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, for
we
sure.
are
Look at
out.
that.
We're out
That's
here
awesome.
at the Tailpipes and Tacos, as I mentioned earlier. But this location is in Katy, and we are right off of 99, the Grand Parkway, and just south of I-10, the Katy Freeway. And so, if you are going, it's Kingsland Boulevard. The Lupe Tortilla sits here and looks at all the cars heading northbound up from 99 to I-10. Just wanted to let you know.
Beautiful,
We're sitting out
yeah.
front. You can't miss us.
Yeah.
And we're loud.
Very loud.
We're very loud.
And
You
lively.
see that Charger that just
I
pulled
just
in
saw
with the
that.
tunnel ram
Yeah.
and,
Is
and
that
the
a-
Winged Warrior?
Is that a Daytona?
Well, he's got the rear wing on it, but he doesn't have the nose cone on it.
You know, one of the things that I had been reading in one of my car books that I get, magazines, was that there was a huge disparity between the number of Daytonas and Superbirds from Plymouth that they made as far as count, the number of them. I did not know that.
They had to make so many in order
Well,
to
they had to
produce
make
it.
500, I
Right.
believe it was.
Well, but then in 70, they had to make 2,500 to get it
Well,
homologated.
they had to make two per dealership.
Two per dealership,
Instead of
that's
it
right.
being a 500 flat, it was two per dealership, and that's the reason they had to make almost 2,000 of them. It's like 3 times as many.
But if you remember in 69, Richard Petty raced a Ford Torino Talladega. He didn't race a Chrysler product or a Plymouth because Plymouth didn't offer the Winged Warrior that Dodge did. So when Plymouth came back in 70 with the Superbird, Richard Petty was back in the Superbird.
And that was one of the
Listen
reasons
to you,
that they were
all of
going
that.
to that they came up with it was to lure him back over
Exactly.
to Plymouth.
And there were differences between the Daytona and the Superbird.
Since I'm off camera.
What were they?
I'm going to.
The rear wing on the Superbird's taller than it is on the Daytona.
Not by much.
Not by much, but slightly taller. The nose is different on the Superbird than the Daytona because I guess on the Daytona they had some issues with lift at
One's
190
longer than the
miles
other,
an
I
hour.
believe, isn't it?
Well, the Plymouth guys also thought they could make it look a little bit better, and they could fix the aerodynamics for those problems
Right.
since they had a year of the Dodge in front of them.
Hey, look at this, Conrad. I'm flipping you the Superbird.
Well, I think that what we need to do is we need to get that guy over here and interview him.
Yeah, we're gonna
Speaking
go.
of
we got a guy.
Speaking of interviews, Mr. Mars, who we have?
Well, we saw all these Camaros pull in here.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things that I found when I was talking to him, that there's a father and son duo out here. And joining us now is Robert McIllhenny.
Yep.
He's got the 73 white Camaro that's sitting right out here in front of us. It's got lots of stuff done to it.
Cool. Tell us about the car.
It's a 73 Rally Sport. I bought the car in 1989. It was one of my wife's favorite cars. She wanted a Rally Sport. And we found it in a parking lot for $900.
Oh, wow.
Driving, running, original paint.
$900.
That's a steal.
Yes. That was in 1989. It was my wife's daily driver probably about 5 to 6 years.
Not looking like that, though.
Not looking like that.
Or sounding like that.
No, it had the original 350 in it.
Yeah.
350 turbo. The original motor came out. Me and my brother rebuilt it, put it back in, put headers, intake, carb on it.
And that's what's in there now?
No.
I didn't let you go far enough, did I?
So then my wife got a job downtown. She needed a little bit of a more reliable car. So then at that point is when I took the car, and probably about 26 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
Paint job, new interior, still had the stock motor in it. About 10 years ago, I bought a crate motor, 350, put it in it, and then about 2 years ago, it's got a 383 stroker in it now.
How
does it run?
I think pretty bad.
It runs all right.
He's being modest.
I've put a...
Still carbureted?
Yes. The 750 Holly, MSD ignition, put a Posi 373 gears in it.
Oh, that makes it fun on the highway.
Yeah.
Makes it swallow that gas, too.
Yeah, it gets about...
Who cares?
2 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Is that a pearl paint job on that?
No, it is not.
It looks like it in the video.
Yeah, it's probably the dust particles on it.
We have
It's not clean.
our intrepid reporter is out
Now,
there.
my wife wanted it pearl white, but when I had it done, I wanted it the whitest white I could find at that time. I think it was
Refrigerator
about
white.
97 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what color's on the car. 'Cause
Must be
It's an off-brand.
Yes, but it was the whitest white available at that time.
Works for me.
It's due for another.
Well, it's
paint
funny
job
because
and stuff.
when people say the whitest white has just a tinge of blue in it to make it look whiter. I don't know why, but when you palletize white and get 15 different whites on a board, they all have these different hues to it.
Yes.
So
Variances,
the,
yeah.
the brightest of whites always has a little bit of blue in it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Take the car out on the weekend sometimes take to the track. You know, it's
Which track?
HMP, used to go to
Okay.
CLE, you know.
Eighth mile.
It's more of an eighth mile car.
So what kind of times do you turn?
7, 4. You know.
Still lots of fun.
It needs some. It's got potential to go a little faster.
Yeah, well,
Does it?
Everything
Can
does.
you turn
it
up
just
the
takes
wick a
money.
little bit?
No, it needs some different converter probably. A few things would.
Well, if you're streeting it, you don't want to have a 4,500
Yeah,
stall converter.
it had a 5,000 stall on it for a little while. But
Well, that and a
It was
373 diff.
too
It
loose.
got the
Yeah.
definitely
But
poured
just
gas
a-
on the street.
For a while, I was looking to be the fastest of our group, but my son took that place over, so
Gotcha.
we'll let you.
So I want to know about the T-shirts you're wearing, ribs and rods.
Yes,
Please.
that's a show out in Temple.
Yeah?
It's in November, Friday, Saturday show.
Yeah?
I don't know the date.
Temple,
but
Texas.
Yes, it's
Uh-huh.
coming out. Yep.
Well, we'll
They
have to
put
get
it-
George to tell
They
us
have
about it.
a beer drinking contest,
What?
rib eating contest. Yeah, it's a nice.
I like those kind of
it's
shows.
a nice.
Is it a judged show, or is it just a cruise in?
You know, it is a judge show.
It's just
But,
a beer drinking show.
I think last time it used to be
Temple. Texas?
Oh, okay, never mind.
It used to be, I think it was in the summer, and something happened, and they did one in the fall, November, and they had a bigger turnout because of the weather and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll be going there in just
Summer
a few
in
weeks.
Central Texas can be just a little hot.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
and that's why today is such a gorgeous day. It's in the 60s, blue skies.
Beautiful.
You
Yep.
know, heard all those Camaros rumble in. Now, are you guys members of a group or
Just
a
our
club?
own. Not really. There's a handful of us from the car, from the right to the left. And there's a few other guys that aren't here that we just get together and do stuff together. Cruising the coast is one of our big deals.
Oh,
that
so
we
you just
do.
got back from that last week.
Unfortunately, me and my son missed it this year.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I had some friends do it every year. And
Yeah, we do it
And
normally every year.
Randy and
Yeah.
Chris are just, they think it's the best thing out there.
It is.
And it's so much fun, and they go for the whole week, you know.
Yeah, we do Saturday to Sunday. So. Yep.
I went in the 90s. I still have souvenirs from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where is it from to?
We're cruising
Well,
the coast. It's like Biloxi area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's central in Biloxi, and then it goes down to Bay St. Louis all the way up to Pascagoula. It's not actually a cruise. There's
Events
I think,
at each place? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day, well, from Thursday to Saturday, I think there's 6 events, and they're all open every day. So one day you can go to, Pascagoula or Bay St. Louis or Ocean Springs, and
But they're consecutive. They're not at the same time.
they are at the same time.
They're
so
all at the
Saturday,
same time.
Yeah.
But they're open for
And
4
every
days.
event has a band, and I mean it's a big, huge. They had I think they had 94 some 100 cars registered,
Yeah, it's a
and then there's probably about another 3,000 to 4,000 cars that don't register.
that
so
show
But
up.
you can't go into the venues, but you can park and walk in.
Yeah, walk in.
And cruise.
So how do you decide, with all of these shows going on at the same time, which one to go to when?
They're the same every day, basically. We kind of have a deal. We usually do Pascagoula first, and then Ocean Springs on a Friday, and then Saturday go to Bay St. Louis. In between, you can stop at the other ones, just for a little bit.
Say hello. And
They give you a card if you get them stamped at all locations. You turn that in, they give away like $500 to, I want to say it's 25 people. They give a car away
wow.
every year.
So have you done all of the locations in one fell swoop?
Once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seems to me that'd be kind of difficult to
Not
do.
in one day.
I understand.
But yes.
over the
One
file-
event,
over
over
the-
Yeah.
One trip.
Over the
4 days or whatever it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that you'd have to have your mind set. Okay, this today.
Yep.
This. Yeah, I got it.
And Randy and Chris say they meet people there from all around the country year after year
Yeah.
after year, and people kind of get their own little area that they stay in, and then they kind of revisit the same group of people through the years.
Yes.
So it's a
Interesting.
huge event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that it draws people from all around the Gulf Coast and probably as
Oh.
far north as what, Dallas, Oklahoma.
Oh,
I think
no,
there
they-
were only 2 states that didn't have cars there this year.
Wow.
Wow.
I
They
think.
had people
Something
there from
like
Alaska. They had Washington, Oregon.
Yeah.
Tons of people from Michigan.
So it's kind of like the Gulf Coast's version of the Hot Rod Power Tour every year.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Power Tour moves as a group
Moves,
between
yeah.
cities.
Yeah, I would think maybe more like the Gulf Coast version of Woodward Dream Cruise is what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
I would say that more.
That
so.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But yeah, but you got highways in between.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
assume.
byways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highways and byways.
Well, that I
Yep.
mean, how much fun is that?
A ton load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you do that, I assume you work. You have a job somewhere.
Yeah.
So when you do that,
At least his wife does.
We just take.
That's why she needed the quieter car.
She don't work anymore.
Reliable, he said. Reliable.
so when you do that, how do you do it? Do you take off like the weekend prior, get the car ready, head out 2 or 3 days
we
beforehand?
leave like Saturday morning. It's like 6-hour drive.
Yep.
Just take off work that whole week.
Do you trailer the car in, or do you drive
Yes.
it? Yeah, I was going to say, driving that there would be
Well,
an excursion, to say the
Expense.
least.
ask my son when you talk to him about driving his car there.
Okay.
Oh, he drove it?
Yeah.
And trailered at home?
No. Yeah, it's worth it.
You know, that,
I have a couple of cars. The one year I have a '79 Lincoln Town Car. We took that. We drove that.
Love that.
So, yeah.
And you slept in it, too. It's certainly big enough.
Could have.
Yeah. Well, it's great to talk to you, and we appreciate the story.
Great.
Love the car.
Love
Thanks.
the split bumpers. You know, that's become
True rally sport.
You know, that's the car everybody wants is a Camaro, and then you get those few people, and no, I don't want a split bumper. You don't know what you're talking about.
And then you get a lot of people that just have a full bumper car that put the bumperettes on it and call it a split bumper.
Bumperettes.
Interesting. Yeah.
But it's
Sounds like a band
Yeah.
yeah.
or a singing group, the Bumperettes.
Yeah.
Well,
All
cool. Love the
All
car, and interesting story behind it. And then your son's is which?
The
Prime-
the
primer
primer
gray one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to talk to him next.
Yep.
All right. Well, very good. We're going to take a quick break here on the In Wheel Time Show. We'll be right back after this brief message.
First-class luxury. Garages of Texas offers first-class luxury garage suites to keep your collection in a safe, secure location with 24-hour access. You'll love your own private space that's developed with other like-minded enthusiasts in 2 Houston area locations, in Katy and the Woodlands. Visit garagesoftexas.com to see how other enthusiasts have designed their motor vehicle man cave. But you need to act fast. These properties are almost sold out. Visit garagesoftexas.com for full details.
This is the In Wheel Time Car Show coming to you live today from the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex out here in Katy for the Tailpipes and Tacos monthly cruise in. We'd love to see you this morning. I mean, what an absolutely stunningly gorgeous day today. Great day to head on out for a cruise in. And if you don't have a car, it's okay. Come on out and see the ones that are here. What is that blue one over there? Is that a...
It's a Ford GT. That's
Ford
the
GT.
newest Ford GT.
Oh, it is. Okay.
That is gorgeous.
Yes, it is. I love the color combination on it. Very different. Anyway, we'll get to that here in just a little bit. Why don't we do the racing calendar? Do you have that?
Oh, yeah.
At your fingertips.
So this weekend is NASCAR is going to be at Bristol.
what kind of angst are they going to throw out this week?
Oh, who knows? I imagine the crowd will be cheering Brandon on. Let's go, Brandon. You know, they've done that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I love the interviews afterwards.
And then NASCAR's in Las Vegas on the 31st, and then NHRA is in Bristol this weekend.
Oh my God!
And,
boy.
I goofed that up. And then NHRA is in Las Vegas on the 31st, and then Pomona on the 14th. NASCAR's up in Dallas today and tomorrow, and then they're in Kansas the following week, and in Martinsville.
So how do you think that they're going to handle the "Let's Go Brandon" thing
in
live,
Texas?
in live
Everybody's going to be cheering
in
it.
live interviews on national television? How are you going to handle that? Because how do you do? Stop the crowd from cheering?
That ain't going to happen.
Exactly.
We're trying to get a group here to do
Oh,
that.
no,
right
we
off-
have-
right here.
we have
We
that.
want to get
group.
Officer Goodwin to join us. And let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Officer Goodwin.
All right,
And then Formula One next weekend is
Jeff's favorite.
at COTA,
Yeah.
Circuit of the Americas, and then on the 7th of on the 7th of November is going to be in Mexico. IMSA and the Cadillac DPI cars
You bet.
will be at Road Atlanta on the 13th of November.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it surely is. And then the
Don't call me Shirley.
Corvettes are, they're still racing in IMSA, but they race against themselves, and every
Yep.
now and then somebody else pops in. So they're going to win the championship with the C8, but they really
Unless-
didn't race against
Unless they
anybody
crash
this
into
year.
each other and take each other out, and that's happened before.
But next year, Corvettes are going to get a little deviation in the rules, and they are going to race in the GTD category and have to do some changes to the car to run
Right.
in GTD. And then in 2023, they're going to run it as GT4s. So that's going to be good news because Corvette Racing really has never done any customer cars. When they build the GT4, I imagine they're going to build some customer cars, and there'll be more than just Corvette Racing on the track. There'll be multiple people driving C8
Well, that's
Corvettes.
nice that they're going to build them, but can you get them? Because right now, isn't there a backlog of? Aren't they not
Well,
building
race-
Corvettes right now?
Yeah, but
but race cars are
are-
something different. Race
Yeah.
Right,
cars
but still,
are built.
they got to build them.
Yep.
Build them and they will come. All right.
That's it.
It's time now for our car review, or truck review in this case.
We
and
gotta find
Jeff
it.
has done some work this week in bringing us a very special vehicle that we're all kind of curious about.
Well-
you know, you see these things going up and down the road, passing you passing them.
Gotta find it.
You find them in the grocery store parking lot occasionally. I mean, there's always something out there that you can find. They're painted different colors.
There are
And
a couple of different companies.
several companies,
You know.
even the fly-by-nights. But this in particular is going to be the Brinks armored truck.
And the way I've discovered this is, Friday's payday, and every Friday there's a Brinks truck rolling up to my house to drop off my paycheck. So I figured, why not do a review?
And that would be the 10-ton truck, right?
Yeah,
Instead,
the
dual
heavy
axle,
duty.
the
Dual
dual
axle, yeah.
with diesel, and that's all pretty good. But basically, it's a large vehicle. It's a sealed metal box. Now, it's a tin box. That's all it is. It's very hot inside. The
it's
windows.
not tin.
It's not tin. It's an iron box.
No. Please.
Thank you.
Can you do your review,
I will.
please?
Look, give it to Conrad. He'll do it.
I know. He does
it's
everything.
a sealed metal box, very hot inside. The windows do not roll down for obvious reasons. There's only roof vents, a couple of baffles for obstructed views, and direct lines of sight for fire into the truck. So you got fire outside.
Fire. You mean
Fire, as in
gunfire.
Gunfire.
And
That's
gun
right.
slits.
Yeah, exactly. So the first attempts at a commercial armored vehicle were inspired by combat and military vehicles in World War I, where they would have robberies of payroll through the Army. They would, look like the old days with the stagecoaches and things. And that was brought up in the article as well. So early armored cars wore steel plating in their body panels. They have wooden floors, and to this day they still have wooden floors.
Really?
Yeah, but they modify it and put metal.
Wooden floors.
Wooden floors.
How weird is that?
And they kept it because it holds the structure in the very beginning when they would build them, and then the metal would kind of bring it all together and make it more of a support thing. Walls, ceilings, and floors, doors are all made from steel. In recent years, they use galvanized and stainless steel in the most recent years to lighten it up. So with that in mind, the gross weight of one of these is between 12 and 16,000 pounds.
No, so is it a half ton, 3/4 ton?
They are half tons, and then you can get the dual axles for, depending on the route of the truck and where they're going. If they carry a lot of coins, they're going to have a dual axle. They're going to have a heavier suspension.
So you want to rob the ones that don't have the dual axles, because who wants to haul around all the coins?
Well,
I want the paper
unless you
bills.
go into the laundromat or something, or the car wash. But they're very, very heavy. So the curb weight, they can be up to 25,000 pounds with a load of
That's a lot of
money,
pennies.
pennies, and all that good stuff. The vehicles are powered by a Ford 6.8 liter V10 gas, or the 6.7 liter V8 Power Stroke with a 5-speed torque shift transmission. And the chassis are basically Ford 550s, Super Duties, and they do upgrade them from there. You can buy one of these. Well, you have to be part of Brinks, and Brinks is I've got their address in case anybody wants to write them and get one ordered. They're made in Canada, and you have other...
Brinks makes their own trucks?
Well, they're made in Canada and shipped in parts. They ship the chassis down with an engine.
Who makes it?
They're made by, hold on, I've got that right here. It's on one of my, I've got like 9 pages here. Armored Car Services.
Well, that makes
Make 'em.
sense.
Okay.
Now, you had asked me, Don, can you buy them? Can you
Yes.
buy a pre-owned? The Brinks vehicles can be purchased in pieces overseas. They
So
cut
you
them up and
can't
send
buy
an
full...
actual Brinks truck. Now, I researched this back when I first moved to Texas. I wanted to get one and turn it into a beach vehicle. Can't do it.
Not a smart beach vehicle.
Well, that wasn't smart back then.
25,000 pounds.
Exactly. Well, that's with all the money in it. But due to weight, and also you can't get them because they cut them up. But there are companies, several companies, that will make a Lexus SUV into an armored vehicle. You see
yeah.
these. Now, those can be purchased. they can be purchased from anywhere from $85,000 up to $500,000, depending on what you want to put into it.
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine builds excursions,
Right.
Diesel excursions,
Tahoes, excursions, Escalades.
into armored vehicles and ships them to the Philippines.
Yes.
I like the old Chevy vans that they've converted.
Astro vans.
Oh, my God. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah. So they are available. You can get them, but they're not the Brinks version.
Well, Garda, I don't know if that's how
Guard
you
is
pronounce
one of
it.
them, yep.
That's they actually have a base out in Baytown.
Yep.
And we do business with them on their fuel stuff. But
it's
they run the same
Is it
550.
the same truck, though?
It's a similar truck. It's the same 550 with a Ford Power Stroke
Right.
6.7 in it. And so
So
there's
so I guess the box in the back where all the business
I would
is.
assume it's all
that's
pretty similar.
Yeah, they are
similar.
pretty similar. Now, the driver is isolated from the back. The driver cannot get into the back, and the back cannot get into the front. And there's the driver, there's a, what they call, it's in here. There's a particular term for the guy that goes in and out and grabs the money and goes in and
the fool.
the fool, the targeted guy. No, but it is one of the most dangerous jobs.
Oh, I would think so. You know, the other thing is over the years, and I remember this happened, and probably Don would have flown over it if he was in Florida. There was one of them where the back doors flew open and all the money was blowing out on the street for miles.
Yeah.
I imagine that poor guy lost his job.
But the address is 1801 Bayberry Court, Richmond, Virginia, 23226. The telephone number is, and I've got the brinkscompany.com.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you. That was
There you go.
that was fun.
That was fun.
It was. All right. Time for a quick break. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on your favorite podcast channel. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Winning the highest sales satisfaction award among all luxury brands from J.D. Power tells you everything you need to know about your Lincoln purchase from Bayway. Bayway Lincoln is where a premium buying experience is a priority, and you're invited to feel it yourself. This Houstonian-owned premier dealership is your number one choice for Lincoln. Become a member of the Bayway family. If it's online, in person, or in your own driveway, Bayway gets you to the luxury level you deserve. Bayway Lincoln is on the Gulf Freeway at Fuquay, just inside Beltway 8. Visit BaywayLincoln.com today.
Hey, just a reminder that Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier monthly car cruise-in, and it happens at 2 Lupe Tortilla Mexican restaurants each month in Katy and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Tailpipes and Tacos is free. Everyone's invited. You're going to get to see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods at those 2 locations. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off. It's a friends and family event at the Lupe Tortilla here on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy, and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway just south of I-10. In Wheeltime Car Shows involved, obviously. We're here today. So be sure and get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Cruise In, the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning Cruise In, the 3rd Saturday of every month, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting.
Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location. Now you can visit John Gray and his staff of dedicated professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy, and all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The In-Wheel Time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's gcautoshield.com. Paint, coatings, wraps, and more at gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.